Honesty. It's a word we hear often, a concept we're taught from a young age. It's woven into the fabric of our society, our relationships, and our own self-perception. But what does it truly mean to be honest? And why is it so crucial for living a better, more fulfilling life? It sounds simple, right? Just tell the truth. But let's be real. Being honest, truly honest, isn't always easy. It requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to face uncomfortable truths, both about ourselves and the world around us. Sometimes it feels like the world rewards shortcuts and half-truths. We see examples of dishonesty in the media, in politics, and even in our own workplaces. It can seem like bending the rules is the only way to get ahead. But here's the thing. Honesty isn't just about telling the truth to others. It's not just about avoiding lies or exaggerations. It's about being real with yourself, even when it's tough. It's about acknowledging your flaws, your fears, and your desires, without judgment or self-deception. This internal honesty is the bedrock upon which all other honesty is built. Let me ask you, when was the last time you caught yourself stretching the truth? Think back to a recent situation where you might have been less than completely honest. Maybe you told a friend you were fine when you weren't, masking your true feelings to avoid burdening them or appearing weak. Maybe you promised yourself you'd start that big goal tomorrow, knowing deep down that tomorrow might never come. Or maybe you bent the truth at work to avoid trouble, perhaps exaggerating your accomplishments or downplaying your mistakes. We've all been there. These little white lies, these subtle deceptions can seem harmless in the moment. But every time I choose honesty, I feel lighter. A weight lifts off my shoulders and I experience a sense of freedom and authenticity. Not because it's always comfortable, but because it builds trust. Honesty is the cornerstone of any lasting relationship, both personal and professional. With my friends, I can be vulnerable and open, knowing that they will accept me for who I am. With my family, I can create a safe and supportive environment where we can all be our true selves. And most importantly, with myself, I can cultivate self-respect and self-acceptance, which are essential for personal growth and well-being. Honesty is the foundation of every meaningful relationship, allowing for genuine connection and deep understanding. Every strong business fostering transparency, integrity, and long-term success. Every piece of self-respect. It's the glue that holds our integrity together. Think about it. If you can't be honest with yourself, how can you ever grow? How can you identify your weaknesses, learn from your mistakes, and strive to become a better version of yourself? If you're not honest in your business, how can anyone trust you with theirs? How can you build a reputation for reliability and ethical conduct if you're constantly cutting corners or misleading your clients? If you're not honest with friends, how can you expect real connection? How can you create a bond of trust and intimacy if you're always hiding your true feelings or pretending to be someone you're not? So, here's my challenge for you today. Make honesty your policy. Commit to living a life of truthfulness, both in your words and in your actions. Not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. It's easy to be honest when the truth is convenient, but the real test of character comes when honesty requires sacrifice or discomfort. Tell your friend the truth, even if it's awkward, even if you know it might hurt their feelings. Be straight with your boss or coworkers, even when it's risky, even if it means admitting a mistake or challenging a decision. And most importantly, face your own truths. Confront your fears, acknowledge your weaknesses, and embrace your authentic self. Maybe you're scared to admit you're struggling, afraid of appearing vulnerable or inadequate. Maybe you've been putting off a dream because it's easier to pretend you don't care, protecting yourself from the potential disappointment of failure. But the world needs more people who are honest, people who are willing to be vulnerable, authentic, and real. About their flaws, acknowledging their imperfections and learning from their mistakes. Their dreams, sharing their passions and pursuing their goals with courage and determination. Their failures, owning their setbacks and using them as opportunities for growth and resilience. And their wins, celebrating their achievements and inspiring others to reach for their own potential. When you lead with honesty, you inspire others to do the same. You create a ripple effect of truthfulness that can transform your relationships, your workplace, and your community. You build stronger connections, deeper trust, and real confidence. You create a foundation of authenticity that allows you to thrive in all areas of your life, and you give yourself permission to grow, to evolve, and to become the best version of yourself. So today, and every day, choose honesty. Make it a conscious decision, a deliberate practice. Make it your policy, your guiding principle, with your friends. Be a true and loyal companion with your business. Operate with integrity and transparency. And most importantly, with yourself. Embrace your authentic self and live a life of truthfulness. That's where real motivation and real change begin. That's where you unlock your full potential and create a life of purpose, meaning, and fulfillment.